children, I am Nisha here, your English teacher from Mangala Vidya Mandira. So children, in the previous classes we have already completed 2 lessons. Now today we are going to start with the third lesson. So what is the name of the lesson? The name of the lesson is Tarot's Reward. Before starting the lesson children, I will just give you a brief explanation about reward. Now there is two kind of things like award and reward. So what is award? Award means a huge prize for someone's achievement, like something if you get a medal, that is called award. Reward means it is a small token of appreciation. It is not in the form of a medal or what, it is just in the word of an appreciation. And now this story, I will just give a short summary about this story. It is about a boy whose name is Taro, and this story is taken from a popular fairy tale in Japan. It involves the story of a son Taro who wanted to fulfill the wish of his father. This is the summary of the lesson, Taro's Reward. Now let's start with the lesson. So children, open page number 29. We'll start with the first number. Okay. A young woodcutter named Taro lived with his mother and father on a lonely hillside. Hillside means children something which is sloping slide of a hill. All day long he chopped wood into the forest. Though he worked very hard, he earned very little money. The boy is living with his father and mother. What is the name of a boy? The name of a boy is Taro, who is living with his father and mother on a lonely hillside, means a sloping slide of a hill. Although he worked very hard, means he worked too much hard, but he was earning a very little money. He was earning what? A very little money. So this made him sad. This made him sad, for he was a thoughtful son and he wanted to give his old parents everything they needed. Now since he is earning a very less money, he used to feel sad because he is not able to fulfill the wish of his parents. Number 2. One evening, when Taro and his parents were sitting in a corner of their hut, a strong wind began to blow. It whistled through the cracks of the hut and everyone felt very cold. Suddenly, Taro's father said, "I wish I had a cup of sake. It would warm me and do my old heart good." So what happened suddenly? One day, both his parents, like Taro's father and mother, was sitting in a corner of their house, like in a corner of a hut. Suddenly a wind began to blow, and the crack of he has saw the cracks of the hut, and everyone felt cold because there is a crack in the hut, and everyone started feeling, like his father and mother started feeling very cold. And his father wished, like, if I had a little sake, if I had a little cup of sake, it would warm me and do my old heart good. Now children, what is the meaning of sake? Means it is a popular and costly drink of Japan. Basically it's an alcohol. It is an expensive drink which more Japanese used to have it. Number 3. This made Taro sadder than ever, for the heartwarming drink called sake was very expensive. How do I earn more money? He asked himself. How do I get a little sake for my poor old father? He decided to work harder than before. Now when his father has asked him the wish, he felt very sad. He thought, now I want to earn more money because the sake is very expensive. It is not affordable to him. So he thought of working more hard so that he can fulfill the wish of his father. Number 4. Next morning, Taro jumped out of his bed earlier than usual and made his way to the forest. He chopped and cut as the sun climbed, and soon he was so warm that he had to take off his jacket. His mouth was dry and his face was wet with sweat. My poor old father, he thought, if only he was as warm as it. And with that he began to chop even faster, thinking of the extra money he must earn to buy the sake to warm the old man's bones. Now he thought, in the morning what happened? Early morning he got up early, and next morning he got up early and he has went to the forest. He started working hard. He started cutting the wood so that he will get extra money. Why you want to earn extra money? Because he want to somehow fulfill his father's wish. But it was a very hot summer and he was feeling very hot, so he has removed his jacket and he started working hard. At the same time his mouth felt dry. Some sort sort of dryness came into his mouth, and his body, his face, everything was wet with sweat. Next one, 5. Then suddenly Taro stopped chopping. What was the sound he heard? Could it be rushing water? Taro could not remember ever seeing or hearing a rushing stream in that part of the forest. He was thirsty. The axe dropped out of his hand and he ran in the direction of the sound. Stream is, children, it is a small river. Okay, a small river is called stream. Now Taro, what happened when he was working, when he was chopping the wood, suddenly he heard some sound and he thought some sound is coming from somewhere. He was not able to recognize from where the sound is coming, but he heard that, and seeing that, what he did, he just rushed to the forest because he was thirsty also. His face was dried, his throat was dried, he was feeling thirsty, so he just rushed to the forest. He dropped the axe out of his hand and he ran in the direction of the sound, like from where the sound is coming, he just wanted to reach that place. Number 6. Taro saw a beautiful little waterfall hidden behind a rock. Kneeling means, children, to bow down. Kneeling at a place where the water flowed quietly, he cupped a little in his hand and put it on his lips. Was it water or was it sake? He tasted it again and again, and always it was a delicious sake instead of cold water. Now what happened when Taro went near the forest? He saw a waterfall hidden behind a rock. Okay, so he just kneeled down and little water he has took in a cup. He just took a little water in his hand and he put it on his lip. He put it to his lip. Then he suddenly realized, was it a water? Because it tasted different. Again and again he was tasting the water. Then he got to know, no, it is not a water. It is some tasty, some delicious sake instead of cold water. Number 7. Taro quickly filled the pitcher. Pitcher means, children, a pot made up of mud. A pot which is made up of mud, that is called pitcher. He had with him and hurried home. The old man was delighted with his sake. After that, what happened? When he suddenly, he got an idea, he filled the entire pot with sake and he rushed to home and he has given to his father. So his father was very happy. His father was very delighted after having it. After only one swallow of the liquid, he stopped shivering and did a little dance in the middle of the floor. So he just gave a little sip, and after having that sip, like shivering means shaking due to cold, after having that, he started dancing because his body started feeling hot, his body started feeling warm, and he started dancing in the middle of the floor. Number 8. That afternoon, a neighbor stopped by for a visit. Taro's father politely offered her a cup of the sake. The lady drank it greedily and thanked the old man. Then Taro told her the story of the magic waterfall. Thanking them for the delicious drink, she left in a hurry. By nightfall, she had spread the story throughout the whole village. So now what happened? One lady was moving near the house. So Taro's father had called. He offered her a cup of sake. The lady drank. Okay, greedily she drank and she thanked the old man. But what happened that evening? She has told the entire villagers about the sake. She told, like, Taro's house, there is a pitcher full of sake. So what happened? Like, she has spread the story throughout the villagers. Means the entire villagers got to know there is some magic waterfall near the forest and Taro has got sake from there. That evening there was a long procession. Long procession means lots of crowd were moving. Long procession of visitors to the woodcutter's house. Each man heard the story of the waterfall and took a sip of the sake. In less than an hour the pitcher was empty. Now that evening what happened? Everybody rushed to Taro's house. Then all villagers want to taste it. So what happened? They all started having a sip of sake. Because of that reason, the entire pitcher, the entire pot become empty. Okay. And then next morning what happened? Taro started for work even earlier than the morning before. He carried with him the largest pitcher he owned, for he intended means, children, planned first of all to go to the waterfall. When he reached it, he found to his great surprise all his neighbors there. They were carrying pitchers, jars, bucket, anything they could find to hold the magic sake. Then one villager knelt and held his mouth under the waterfall to drink. He drank again and then shouted angrily, "Water, nothing but water." Others also tried, but there was no sake, only cold water. So as usual, what happened, children? Like Taro, morning only he went little early and he thought, today I am going to fill lots of sake. He has taken a huge big pitcher and he wanted to fill the empty vessel with the empty pitcher with the sake. But to his surprise, when he went there, what he saw, the entire villagers were available. The entire villagers were gathered there, and they all were having what? They were having jars, bucket, and pitchers. And what happened? One person, one villager knelt down. Once he just knelt down and held his mouth under the waterfall to drink. He just wanted to taste the water. So he bent down and he took little sip of water in his hand and he tasted. Then he shouted angrily, no, who said it is a sake? It is a cold water only. It is simple, just a water. It is only a cold water. This is not a sake. We have been tricked, shouted the villagers. Where is Taro? Let us drown him in the waterfall. But Taro had been wise enough to slip behind a rock. When he saw how things were going, he was nowhere to be found. So now all the villagers got angry because they found it's a cold water. It is not a sake. So all were searching Taro. Where is he? Where is he? Let me find out and let me drown him in the waterfall. So Taro understood the seriousness. He got to know now that if I stand here, there will be some issues. So he just slipped behind a rock. When he saw how things were going bad, he just hidden himself behind the rock. Number 12, muttering. Okay, muttering means speak unclearly. Muttering their anger and disappointment. Disappointment means children sad. The villagers left the place one by one. Taro came out from his hiding place. Was it true? He wondered. Was the sake a dream? Once more he caught a little liquid in his hand and put it in his lip. It was the same fine sake. To the thoughtful son, the magic waterfall gave the delicious sake. To everyone else, it was only a cold water. So when all the villagers went out, slowly all the villagers started moving. Lastly, what he did, he just went again to the waterfall and he took little sip of water in his hand and he tasted it. He found it's a sake only, it is not a cold water. So he was wondering, was surprised what happened suddenly. Then he got to know for everyone it is a cold water, but for Taro it is a sake. The story of Taro and his magic waterfall reached the Emperor of Japan. Emperor means children, king. He sent for the young woodcutter and rewarded him with 20 pieces of gold for having been so good and kind. Then he named the most beautiful fountain in the city after Taro. This said the emperor was to encourage all children to honor and obey their parents. So what happened? The story of Taro and his magic waterfall reached the emperor's ear. Okay, the king's ear of Japan. So now the Japan king want to reward him with something. So what he did? He has rewarded him 20 pieces of gold. Okay, and he has called the young woodcutter and he has told, this I am giving you because of your good nature and the kindness. Above that, top of that, what he did? He has named the most beautiful fountain in the city in the name of Taro. Okay, the fountain name he made it as a Taro. Then he said the emperor was to encourage all children. Now the emperor said he wanted to encourage all the children. Why you want to encourage? Like, you should always obey the parents. You should obey their parents and you should always honor their parents. So this is the story about Taro's reward. Now children, what is the moral of the story in this? Like, you should always believe. You should always trust your parent. You should always love and obey your parents. So whatever wish, if your parents are having from you, try to fulfill it. Okay, if your parents are asking to do even a small thing, obey them. Okay, always obey them. Try to fulfill their wish. Don't argue with them for anything. That is the moral of the story. Now children, the exercise will be taken care in the next session. Now there is a homework for you children. So what you have to do, like read one page, okay, one paragraph you have to read of your choice. At your choice you can read one paragraph and you have to explain that paragraph and take a video and send it by probably by the weekend. You can send it within a week, I must say within a week you can send it the explanation of the video. This is the homework of this lesson. So children, take care of yourself and have a nice day. Thank you.